Hey everybody, it's Grant, and today we're going to be talking about how to make money on your personal residence and just some great tips overall on how you can actually make money on any purchase, whether it be a real estate property that you're going to rent or one that you're going to live in. I think you'll really enjoy it. Let's get into it. And so the first money-saving tip I have for you is to not let your fiance buy a ton of things on Amazon. So we'll see what it is, but let's go inside and see what we got. So here we are in my dining room where we rarely ever actually eat. This is just a room in the house that stays pretty clean and looks very nice. In today's video though, I want to give you a peek at the house and kind of show you what this video is really about. It's about money saving tips. It's about money making tips. We bought this house for $480,000 and it just was valued at 630 grand. And I want to show you how to do the same. So before we get into the rest of the video and the numbers and those pro tips, I want to show you just a little bit more behind the scenes on where we live and spend most of our time. So here we are in the living room where we spend most of our time watching those really cool Graham Stephan videos pretty often, while Meet Kevin, Dave Ramsey, and just all of the others. We do watch a little Grant Cardone as long as he's keeping himself in check. One of my absolute favorite things and one of the toughest things that me and Kayla do on a regular basis. Every 2 years we move. Now let me explain that. It's not for any other reason besides to escape long-term and short-term capital gains tax. So to briefly explain this, anything that is shorter than a year is considered short-term capital gains. Your tax rate on there is going to be about 30% depending on your tax bracket. When it comes to long-term capital gains, anything over a year is going to be considered long-term capital gains, and you're going to be looking at around 20% or 25%, just depending on how everything irons out with your CPA. I am just a guy on YouTube, but I do have a few tips. I've got a lot of experience and I'd like to share it all with you guys. So how we personally utilize these exact tips in our everyday lives, every 2 years, we literally move. We move like it's on the calendar on when we're gonna move. It is literally May 25th when we make 2 years in this property. That means I get to escape long-term and short-term capital gains. So that means I eliminate literally 20 to 30% that would be taxed to me. So just to give you an example, if I make $100,000, it's like making 120 or 130,000 because I'm not gonna lose that 20 or 30%. And that's how you get to reinvest and turn real estate into the true building effect that it really is. So what we end up doing on a regular basis is we either build or buy a new home every single 2 years. So just in this subdivision, and we'll put a bit of a B-roll right here, we have this lot. This is the next place that we plan on living, and we're gonna start building our house very soon. We should break ground by February, but we've got a lot of projects that you guys are gonna love. And like I told you, 2021 is the year to be on this channel because we're gonna show you very many deals, and I know you're gonna get a lot out of it. So as you guys know, I am huge on goal setting. Sometimes I write myself some pretty aggressive goal setting tips. Eat less fatty, don't worry about that. But we keep it real here in the house. But as you can see, these are gonna be, I'm assuming that's November, December, and then we got January. I did get sick in between these parts, but we're back on track, walking 3 miles a day on the good days. We have got some sad faces for the 7th and 8th of last week, but we're getting there, so. But I've always wanted to do this one thing, okay? Kayla's mad at me because she didn't get to stock the fridge, right? But I want to show you the real side of real estate and the real side of my refrigerator. So as you can see, we got some leftovers, we got some pizza. We are not eating healthy. But I tell you, we are saving money. Check that out. Reusing Powerade bottles for water bottles. Can't beat that. So we have 10 dogs, okay? I've mentioned that on the Graham Stephan show. And I'm not allowed to show you every room in the house because our dogs live in quite a big portion of it. This is where we have our 3-car garage, right? So we have that behind that door. It is covered in things. As a landlord, we've got a few refrigerators in there. We also have a lot of fence boards. So, it just is what it is. You can hear my dog scratching. So we're gonna leave that in there because he's letting me know he's tired of being in there. We got the laundry room. We have another bathroom right here. We have a bathroom right here, and then we have one of our dog rooms where they have their fancy clear kennels and all the things that makes Kayla happy. So that way they don't feel like they are in a actual closed space. So on this side of the house is the master bedroom and actually let's go this way. we have Kayla's room. So Kayla has her closet behind this door. So she's got her closet, her shoes, all that stuff. It's pretty fun to see, but she told me that's off limits and she's the boss. So here's where Kayla's office is. So Kayla's office, this is one of my old desks that I gave to her and she very much utilizes it. Bought her that chair at an auction and she absolutely loves it. But this is her setup. She's got her goal board right here. She's got all the paperwork that goes on. And she is an amazing person and an amazing secretary for all of our companies and an awesome partner to have. So if you're ever in trouble, you just need to get one of Loving You is Easy, Love William, that's my first name. Here's me and there's Kayla. So that is the #1 get out of trouble tip that I have for you. So now we are in the master bedroom. It's a very spacious master bedroom. We very much enjoy it. Kayla bought me, so I'll tell you this, Kayla buys me some of the craziest presents anybody could ever get. An 18-wheeler brought that to my house in 2018, and we got a personal sauna, which is really cool and really relaxing, especially after a long day of dealing with tenants. So this house is actually 3,600 square feet. It's 5 bedrooms. And like I told you, we got it for $480,000, which was an amazing deal. And the one thing that probably could have been better is this bathroom. So our bathroom is not huge, but for this size house, it could be a little better. You've got his and her sinks. You've got the very nice shower back here. So what the bathroom lacks, this part doesn't. So this is my closet. And it would be me and Kayla's closet, but that just wouldn't be any fun. So I have a lot of clothes. When it comes down to clothes though, I have a lot of suits. So as you can see, my closet's a bit of a mess. I know it might not seem that way, but normally they're color coded, but with all the craziness of me being sick, you can see where my shirts normally would be color coded. You've got all this nice stuff. You got my goofy party jackets, my dinner coats, shoe wall, and then this is my street clothes that you see me wearing in the YouTube videos. So all in all, it's very cool. Got an island in here, very spacious, and whoever built this house really hit it big on this. All right, so let's go upstairs and show you where the magic happens. So let's get into the the Pokemon set. So here is where we open all those Pokemon packs, and as you can see, it's gotten a little out of hand. We've got the box that we're actually gonna open on Graham's channel right there, and we're actually rescheduling that since I didn't let the illness completely get me. But as you can see, it's gotten a little out of hand, but we're gonna have a lot more of that content coming for you. Those are only on Mondays, so if you don't enjoy it, you don't have to watch on Monday's video, but Wednesdays and Fridays will always be our constructive and productive material. All right, and here is where we store not only our goal board, right? Let's move those goals out of the way. But we also have the illustrious Charizard that we pulled on the Aoki channel. And we have a lot of other cool stuff like Shadowless Charizards. The Pokemon collection has gotten a bit crazy. And this is where all the packs go. And this is some unopened stuff that we still have yet to get to on the channel. Uh-oh, sorry, Shadowless Charizard. And this is where we mistreat technical difficulties. This is where we mistreat some of our other cool cards like this Shadowless Charizard right there. And very exciting, very fun, and a very expensive hobby. So now let's go where the magic happens. Is that bleep effect? Right. So briefly, let's go ahead and talk about how this house came to pass. What ended up happening is this family listed this house literally 760 days before I purchased it. The house sat on the market and I came to the very first grand opening of this house and I was floored by it. But at the same time, I picked a few things apart because I had never looked at a house like this to purchase. I just wanted to see what a $500,000 to $600,000 house had inside of it. And I found that, you know, the cabinets were prefab, and that's not a bad thing. I prefer to have custom cabinets if I'm gonna buy a house like that. And so my mother was the real estate agent. We kind of just walked through it. I made sure I was here to support her, but I had no interest. And so fast forward to the date where this house had been on the market for 760 plus days. My mother called me and says, I know you're in the market for a house. Come look at it again. I said, I know what the house looks like. It's amazing. No thanks. She says, just come look at it. They reduced the price. Well, you say you reduced the price to me. I'm going to at least ask how much. I always make sure that I follow up with every real estate deal that I possibly can, so I never leave one on the table. She said they reduced it to $519. Now, this house was originally listed before the market went up to $575,000. This house also had 5 offers at and above asking price, but they had one repair that was a dormer right here in the front of the home, and they didn't fix it. They kept thinking that the buyer would pay to fix that. Most buyers have enough money to purchase the home. They've saved that down payment. They have that down payment. Most buyers want move-in ready and no BS. That repair was a $10,000 repair, and they let that $10,000 repair come between them and $100,000+ profit. So what ends up happening here is I go to the house, and me and Kayla had been looking at lesser houses, and she's basically doing cartwheels around this place. My mom says, "How do you like it?" Well, I said, "You can tell we love it, but I'm not buying it." I said, "$519 is so, it's not that I can't afford it, Mom. I just don't want a $500,000 house." She said, "Well, make them an offer." I said, "Well, how about this? I'm going to make them an offer $470,000. She says, "They are not going to take that. Don't be bringing those lowball offers," because that's what I do. I make sure I bring offers to the table all the time. Grant Cardone says it. I say it. A lot of us all say it. You have to be making offers to get these deals. Well, I said, the most I'm going to make is $480,000. She says, "Well, maybe they'll take it." So we make it an offer for $480,000. It's not about me not wanting to buy $1 million house or a $500,000 house. It's about the deal. I want a deal. And so I was going to turn the next house that we were going to buy into a rental house. Well, you ain't turning this thing into a rental house unless you're in Las Vegas or California. And so what ends up happening, we end up offering that. They take the deal, and their house was on contingency. So we had to wait 72 hours to see if this house would be ours. After 72 hours, the house was ours, and we made a heck of a deal that all the neighbors were a little envious of, slash mad. And then the best part about this whole thing is while living here, in our 2-year span, we have had a lot of property appreciation. And just the other day, a house down the street where I've gotten my numbers from, very similar square footage, sold for $175 a square. That might be not a lot to where you live. There might be too much for where you live. My suggestion, if you don't like your square footage prices, move. I'll tell you that a lot of the times on the channel because you need to find a location that you can actually thrive in versus try to afford. What ended up happening is when you take our 3,600 square foot times that 175, the house is now appraising at $630,000, and it couldn't be better. All right, so as you can see, I told you we have a ton of dogs. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is only half, okay? You got my Chloe, and you got my Buttercup and my Blossom. Hey, Buttercup. Oh, and she's like a linebacker. So check out Misty and how beautiful she is. This is one of our newest additions. You know, bulldogs are kind of like potato chips. You just can't have one. We're trying to catch them all. See what we did there? No? Okay. So that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoy videos like this, please power up that like button for me and Misty, as well as hit that subscribe button and like button. We are trying. Buttercup is a linebacker. That's who just took out my, my very nice cameraman. It's Dylan. Wave at everybody, Dylan. So please enjoy all these videos. Please comment on any future videos you'd like to see. Please comment on this video if you enjoy Misty. Comment, "She's adorable." Comment Misty, whatever you want to comment. And hope you have a fantastic afternoon. Remember, I believe in you. I 100% know you can do anything you set your mind to and never let anyone tell you any differently. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon, and I'll see you on the next one.